I think it's safe to say that both Hudson and NEC knew they had a winner on their hands with PC Genjin 2. It is one of just 3 times, by my count, where a game has launched simultaneously on the PC Engine and the TurboGrafx 16. And the other 2 times feel like it was mainly because of convenience. PC Genjin 2 was the big platforming game for the PC Engine in 1991. A real attempt to go toe-to-toe with Nintendo. And while I don't think it really makes it all the way there, it comes a lot closer than pretty much anybody at the time, including a new competitor from Sega that would be released in Japan just 1 week later. If you don't recall the first PC Genjin game, the title is, of course, a pun. Genjin means caveman, so PC Genjin, PC Caveman. The developer of that first game was Atlas, and in 1991 they were a little bit busy transitioning from being a developer for hire to a publisher in their own right. So who could Hudson pick to step into such big shoes? Why, none other than Mutek, a developer with several PC Engine games under their belt, like Motto King Grandsort, the worst game on the SuperGrafx. Toy Shop Boys, a terrible shoot-'em-up with some extremely questionable game mechanics. And Cobra 2, a game that only required that you put text on the screen and draw pictures above it. With a pedigree like that, it's amazing that PC Genjin 2 turned out this well. The plot of PC Genjin 2 is that King Tamagodon III is back. And that's really it. That's the whole plot right there. He's got a magic crown, and scepter, and moon base, and a battleship. So PC Genjin heads off to save Dinosaur Land again. The game consists of 7 worlds with 2 stages each, plus a boss battle at the end. Now, that might make PC Genjin sound like a small game. It absolutely is not. While there are ways to shorten things, playing through all of PC Genjin is about a 2-hour process. This is a monster game, and there is no way to save as you go. You have to beat PC Genjin 2 in one sitting. The closest thing you've got to something simpler is that there are 2 practice modes that will give you additional health while limiting how far you can get into the game. You can get a full 8 heart health bar in exchange for only being allowed to play through World 1. Or you could get a 5 heart health bar and not be allowed to progress past World 4. I actually don't think either of the easy modes are really necessary here, but PC Genjin does have a bit of a weird difficulty curve. What I mean by that is there's a lot of sections of the game where you're going to struggle and take a lot of damage, and they compensate for that by giving you a ton of health recovery. So there's a bit of a herky-jerky difficulty curve. You'll run into difficult moments, but as long as you're exploring and looking around, then they give you more than enough to be able to recover from that. At least until the final stage, which only has 1 health recovery item. Our favorite little caveman brings forward most of his moves from the original game, and a decent amount of new ones. His signature move is, bonking people. Boy, that'd make a good name for the character. Anyways, PC Genjin can do a standing headbutt, or if you jump into the air and hit the button, then he'll flip upside down and headbutt whatever's below him. As long as things run into the top of his head, he can take it. Spinning in the air to turn upside down also slows his fall, and so mashing button 2 while jumping can let you cover long distances. PC Genjin can also cling to surfaces with his teeth, and climb them as you mash button 1. Then there are the new moves. The most complicated is the wall headbutt. Headbutt a wall while you're jumping, and you're sent flying in the other direction. PC Genjin's much better than those other characters who have to do this with their feet. The other new major move that PC Genjin can use is that he can fly. There are certain flowers that will attach to his head, and then you can press and hold button 1 while you're jumping to slowly go up. You lose the flower after a short time, or if you end the stage. The effects of eating meat have also changed. There's still 3 levels, and there's small meat that will bump you up 1 level, and big meat that will bump you up 2. And when you reach that second level of power, you still become invulnerable for a few seconds. But a lot of the other details have changed. The first level of meat power is now PC Genjin, or PC Cutie if you like. When this is active, pressing button 2 will cause PC Genjin to blow hearts at people, which stun them for a moment. And jumping into the air, flipping upside down, and bonking the ground will stun everyone on the screen. The second level of power is PC Funjin, or PC Spray. Button 1 turns into Fire Breath, and this does a lot of extra damage. Hitting the ground with your head in this state kills everything on the screen. If you manage to bring this ability into a boss fight, you can kill them almost instantaneously. The catch with that is that these powers wear off after a few seconds. PC Funjin will become PC Bijin, and then PC Bijin becomes just regular PC Genjin. You also go down one step of power when you get hit. In practice, I find it kind of difficult to use these abilities. You just don't have them long enough, and it's rare that you're in situations where you can use the powers effectively. There's one more special form that PC Genjin can take on, but it's only on the final stage. If you get squished in a crusher, then he becomes a crab. The crab can raise its pinchers, and you'll return to normal if you get hit by anything. The real advantage here is that you can squeeze into small areas, and in one of the areas where this occurs, there's extra items that can only be collected if you are a crab. As for those items, there's a lot more of them. Besides the meat, you'll need to look out for vegetables that restore a bit of your health, piles of items everywhere that increase your score, including things that just fall out of the sky. Blue hearts increase the maximum length of your health bar by 1, and red hearts also restore health. The flowers are a key part of this, and friendly flowers will now launch an item out to the side. Some flowers will change color if you headbutt them, and you can turn them into blue flowers, which release an extra life. The yellow springboard flowers have also changed. Now you can push them around to help you access particular locations. And the most important flower of all is a tiny one, because collecting it will send you off to a bonus stage. There are 8 different bonus stages, and they don't appear in any particular order, so don't get too concerned when you suddenly go to the wrong one. The bonus stages are much more important in this game than they were in the original. That's because the bonus stages are the primary location for you to collect the smiley face tokens. Every bonus stage has 10 regular vegetables and 10 smiley faces, and you can find a few more smiley faces outside of bonus stages, but not nearly as many. After you defeat a boss, you get on board the reward train, and how many smiley faces you collected determines how good of a reward train you get. Collect a small amount and you get a little bit of healing. Collect a big amount and you get a lot of healing plus an extension to your health bar. That can go all the way out to 8 hearts at a maximum. And if you've done really well and collected 50 smiley faces, then you get to skip the next world. It's the PC Genjin equivalent of the warp zone. Of course, to save that time by warping, you have to spend a lot of time finding and collecting those smiley faces. Something that you've probably noticed by this point in the video is that the presentation in PC Genjin 2 is astounding. Every stage is distinctive. Unique creature designs abound. You'll note that the regular enemies have different outfits that they dress up in for every world. There's a lot going on in PC Genjin 2. And to go along with that, the stages are now extra complicated. There's multiple paths that you can go through them, and some of them have high skill requirements. Like you might have to bounce off a chain of enemies to reach a particular location. That's another change for PC Genjin 2. Doing this would get you escalating points and eventually extra lives in the original PC Genjin, and they've eliminated that. If you manage to clear the 6 worlds, and then the 4-part final world with 6 bosses, then you get an extra special reward. The ending for PC Genjin 2 is a song that tells you how to draw PC Genjin. He beat Kirby to the punch by 2 years. As you probably expect, PC Genjin 2 is really well regarded in Japan. The worst things I could find people saying about it was, it's really good, but maybe it could be better. And as for myself, I think it's the best PC Genjin game, and my sole complaint is similar to Super Mario Bros. 3. There's just too much game. If you had been able to save your progress here, I think it would actually improve things. As it stands though, it's still the best platforming game on the PC Engine. Just fantastic, beginning to end. You'll need to set aside some time though if you want to get to that ending.